Please be seated. Good afternoon. It is my privilege as Chancellor of the University of Manchester to welcome you here to the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall for this your graduation ceremony. It's often forgotten that Albert Einstein gave his very first UK lecture from this platform 100 years ago. So from the sublime to the ridiculous. In particular, I'd like to welcome you, our graduands, and congratulate you all on your hard work and magnificent achievements during your time with us. The skills, knowledge, and experience you've developed with us, both inside and outside the lecture theatre, have given you a strong platform to not only build your career and achieve your goals, but also to succeed in the face of any obstacles that you may face. The balance you've struck between life and study and the relationships you've formed have made you the people that you are today. We're also delighted that so many friends, family members and supporters are here. We thank you for the care and encouragement that you've given to our graduates during their studies, which has been so important to their success. You can be extremely proud of what they've achieved, and I can assure you that my colleagues are also so proud. 2024 marks the beginning of your next journey. But it's also an important year in the journey of your university. This year we mark our bicentenary and 200 years of learning, innovation, research, and community, of which you have all been an essential part. A time to reflect on the past, just as now you are reflecting on your time here. Our history is one of education, innovation, global influence and change, of pioneers and pioneering discoveries. This year is an opportunity to celebrate not just the 25 Nobel laureates and groundbreaking research, but every member of our community, the lecturers, tutors, researchers, librarians, caterers, cleaners, well-being staff, res life officers, and students' union representatives. The people you have met and the experiences you have shared are essential to making you the person you are today, as the degree that you will shortly have in your hands. It's our people that make us who we are. It is likely that that is what drew you to Manchester in the first place, along, of course, with the city and the region. As the UK's first industrial city, Manchester continues to lead the way today, whether through its advocacy for equality, its innate creativity, or the warmth and humour of its people. Our students are a huge part of this. Once you have lived in Manchester, whether you like it or not, you are an honorary Mancunian for life. Now, when you dedicated or decided to study here at the University of Manchester, you chose to make your mark on the future, both for yourselves and for the greater good of society and the environment. As the first university in the United Kingdom to set social responsibility as a core goal, we encourage all of our students to consider their place in the world and how they can stand out and make a difference. As some of you will know, the University of Manchester is #1 in the UK, it's #1 in Europe, and #2 in the world for social responsibility. And of course, we must not forget the strong, supportive friendships and relationships that you have forged here, and I hope will sustain you for many, many years to come. Throughout the course of your studies here in Manchester, you will have gained the skills and knowledge to find success and become responsible leaders of tomorrow. We will be proudly watching. And as you reflect on your past and plan for the future, we ask you to be inspired by the university's motto, Cognitio Sapientia Humanitas, knowledge, wisdom, humanity. And during your studies, you have all in your way enriched and contributed to the university as it exists today, 200 years on from its foundation. You've helped shape the future for those who will follow in your footsteps. Today is a hugely important milestone, and you should celebrate your success. You have our permission to whoop and cheer as much as you want for every single one of you. This is the beginning of the journey your association with Manchester will not end. Our support for you continues beyond today's celebrations. Our career service will offer you help and guidance for the next 2 years, and you can continue to make use of our world-class libraries and facilities. When you leave here, you will join the largest alumni community of any campus-based university in the United Kingdom. We're proud to have over 500,000 graduates living and working in more than 190 countries around the world, all linking back to Manchester. As alumni, you can help future students in so many ways. As ambassadors of the university, through student placements and employment, and directly in the ongoing development of the university. We all look forward to our third century, and we know that you are vital to our future. As Manchester graduates, our doors will always be open to you. I'm now very pleased to introduce Aisha Akram, who is continuing on for another year as Wellbeing and Liberation Officer for the Students' Union. Aisha graduated in psychology from the university last July. She advocates for student well-being at the union and across campus, working with the university to improve student support services. She supports student liberation campaigns and champions underrepresented students. Aisha.
A year ago, I was sat where you are, nervous about how to doff my cap and practicing how I'd make sure I don't trip down the stairs. But most of all, I was proud to have made it to a graduation after 2 years of online learning and trying to keep on top of essays in the middle of a global pandemic. But most of all, I was glad to graduate in a place I have always considered home. You see, Manchester immerses you into a newfound culture, some born and bred in local communities and others who travel long and far to be part of a university with a history of innovation, activism, and leadership on the world stage. You have conquered the endless lectures, the late-night study sessions in the library with excessive cups of coffee, 3 a.m. typing on keyboards, watching the word count go up slowly but surely, as you venture into a world of influential events that change the course of history, creativity, and unraveling the beauty of learning new languages alongside your peers. Many of you sat here today would have conquered challenges or battles that nobody ever may know about, or pursued through the pandemic with immense difficulty. And for that, I see you and I hear you, and I'm proud that you sat before me today awaiting your graduation certificate. But we are not only here to celebrate your academic achievements. For some of you may have been incredible student leaders or members of society that make an immense contribution to our society, or students that fight for the change that you want to see. This all contributes to the Manchester we are proud to be a part of, one of change, culture, and brave student leaders. Now, as you step forth into the world that may feel daunting, remember the strength you've carried through, the bonds you've forged, the lessons learned, and you've had a legacy of resilience that's forever earned. I know it's intimidating when people expect you to know what you want to do now, but I'm here to tell you that it's okay if you don't know right now. Follow your passions, inspire for your dreams, try new things, and if that doesn't feel right, you can try something else. There's no pressure to have it all figured out right off the bat, so take a breather and follow what your heart says. I, for one, want to give a special shout out to my new teammate, Elliot, who graduates today. But I'd hate to keep you all from your celebration, so I'll end it now. I wish you all my deepest congratulations. Have the best day, and you should all be super proud of yourself. Thank you.
Chancellor, colleagues, graduands, soon to be graduates, and your families and friends, I'm delighted to congratulate those of you graduating today on your success in obtaining your degrees and to be able to do so in the wonderful settings of this Whitworth Hall. We hope that you found your time here intellectually and academically stimulating because whatever else studying for a degree gives you, the experience should have been one where you found yourself both challenged and inspired. I want to express my enormous gratitude to colleagues in the departments for having provided you with that experience. For many of you, I have no doubt it will have transformed your lives, though you may not know it completely yet. I therefore ask you to join me in thanking the teaching and support staff for all their efforts and dedication during your time with us. So this ceremony brings together students from several different disciplines within the school, but I want to take the opportunity to point out at least a few highlights from within that range. Manchester was one of the first universities in the late 19th century to offer degree programs in history. Whatever it is, it seems Manchester got there first. While most of you graduating today will have spent much of the last year researching and writing your dissertations, they're probably still on your minds as if you're still writing them. I remember that feeling. What you might not know is you have a Manchester lecturer to thank for the dissertation. It was under the great medieval historian T.F. Tout at Manchester in the 1890s that the concept of the undergraduate dissertation, which is now seen as a staple of all humanities and social science programs across the world, that was pioneered here. So you have him to thank for that. But it's no exaggeration to say that the understanding of independent research as being one of the hallmarks of a university education in the humanities owes a great deal to Manchester's history department. Those of you graduating with degrees from art history and cultural practices have benefited enormously from being taught in a university and a city that are just bursting with creativity. Not many universities in the world can boast two important museums, such as the Whitworth and the Manchester Museum, a fantastic concert hall with international artists visiting, or a globally leading library, such as the John Rylands. But whatever aspect of the arts and humanities you have studied, what arguably unites you and unites us is this interest in what makes us human, the creation of identity, and what it is to be part of this thing called humanity. Graduation is also a great opportunity to celebrate distinguished achievement. And students this year have produced some outstanding work, and I'm very pleased to be able to announce the following prizes. So the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award goes to Isabel David. The Dean's Award for Achievement goes to the following people: Harry Candia, Elliot Latham, Dominic Sims, Bloheen Lynch, Millie Stocks, and Lily Wallen. The Adam Kay Prize, awarded for the Best History of Art dissertation, goes to the following people: Matilda Nettleton, Simal Rafiq, George Vincent. And the Matsuda Prize, awarded for outstanding contribution to dispatches in art history, goes to North Garms. Right. On a more practical note, the school's web and social media officer has asked me to remind you to use #SalkGrad and #UOMGraduation on Twitter and Instagram to show us what you're up to today. After this ceremony, I invite you all to join colleagues and your fellow graduates for a reception in the celebrations marquee on Alan Gilbert Square. You can't miss it, it's the big tent. And for these people, it's next to the library, so I really hope that all of these people know where that is. So just find one of them and they'll show you where it is, okay? It's right outside the library. They do know, because they wouldn't be here otherwise. Okay, as you receive your diploma, you now enter a new phase, of your relationship with the University of Manchester. We very much hope that you will continue to be an active part of the extended community of alumni and supporters to nurture an interest in the life of this university and the students who are now going to come in and fill your footsteps. Take pride in the collective achievements of this great and noble institution. The loyalty, support, and goodwill of our students are the foundation of our future. Please keep in touch with us and visit us whenever you're back in Manchester. We wholeheartedly wish you happiness and success in both life and work. Thank you.
Chancellor, for the Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Althea Kupo. And for the degree of Master of Arts, Art Gallery and Museum Studies, Isabella May Heiss. And in Arts Management, Policy and Practice, Ayman Azim, Jonathan Edward Kelly, Hairong Wong. And for postgraduate diploma, Arts Management, Policy and Practice, Jose Fernando de Almeida Gonçalves. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Art History and Cultures and Societies with honors, Lily Barlow. Eden Ferguson, Poppy Flora Isabella Hone, Maria Munever Kane. And in Art History and English Literature with honors, Thomas Archer, Bonnie Rose Hitchens, Haven Robert Howard, Lauren Alday Rees. And in Art History and German with honors, Bloheen Lynch. And in Art History and Japanese with honors, North Linton Garms. And in Art History and Spanish with honors, Imogen Hodgkins. Beth Ann Thomas. And in History of Art with honors, Isabel Irene Bateman. Melissa Beekshaw. Ellen Clancy. Emma Josephine Giblin, Tabitha Isart Green, Chengyu Han, Matilda Hewins, Lauren Hoyle, Yun-Ki Huang, Che-Wan Huang, Elvie Grace Johnston, Ziying Kwang, Ariana Mary Patricia Lowry, Chloe Mather, Matilda Rose Nettleton, Natalie Ohana Cole, Rihanna Shah, Sophie Ariana Soleimani Mafi, George Vincent, Neve Wataja, Amelia Daphne Vartig, Georgina Leigh Willett, and in History of Art and History with honors, Naomi Statter Holstrom. And in History of Art with Italian with honors, Ella O'Sullivan.
Chancellor. For the Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, History and Sociology with honors, Erin Potten. Eloise Jane Boyes. Eliza Crane. Isabel Crew. Georgia Darnell. Albie Fay. Mia Green. Abigail Claire Hobbs. Wafa Ibrahim. Akshaya Jagaruban. Sylvie Locke. Cara Andrina Mitchell. Kaylee Lauren Mimford. Ravina Kumari Ram. Ellie Rowe. Millie Isabella Stokes. Lily Thomas. Emily Jane Tinsley. Molly Walker. Willow Wood. And in modern history with economics with honors, Michael Adcock. Mia Gabriela Ahmed. Esther Anjoleo Luba Akinlosotu. Denise Benbasat. Jacob Bynon. Jagan Betts. Jacob Bynon. Douglas David Thomas Blood. Max Harrison Thomas Boydell Smith. Hiram Joseph Bridgestock. Gabrielle Bernard. Samir Chaudhry. Matthew William Danby. Oliver Davies. Yi Fan. Nathaniel Fell. James Fortune. Kian Guy. Leon Thomas Gilbert. Harvey Gladwin. Jago Gustafson Green. Ben Hayway. Louis Hudson. Martha Daisy Ingalls. Elias Jamil. Alicia Jones. Harry Kandia. Benjamin Kelly. Henry John Fawcett Kelly. Anisha Khan. Rukaya Khurshid. Sanjali Lada. Elliot Latham. Una Lawal. Oliver Samuel Locke. Emin Mahmood. Joseph McWaters. Louis Thomas Osborne. Wesley Jane Parks. Jamie Ravinder Parmar. Rhiannon Louise Price. Harriet Louisa Rawlinson. Alistair Wrighton. Emily Sanderson. Elliot Shooter. Joe Singleton. Daniel Vickery. And in modern history with economics with professional experience with honors, Nisha Dunstan. Joanna Martin. And in politics and modern history with honors, Lily Atherton. Anika Shopna Begum. Daisy Grace Bennett Gooch. Carter John Kenneth Blair. Harry Arthur Peter Bowman. Katie Baum. Imogen Boylan. John Joseph Boyle. John Derek Braithwaite. Isabel Brannigan. Elliot Richard Briffa. Daniel Luke Cannon. Edward Carr. Amira Shoi. Faye Clark. Raphael Liam Clark Hall. Ludo Cole. Lily Collins. Alexander Cooper. Mia Louise Costello. Sebastian Crayford. Jack Crossley. Amelie Ruby Cullen. Also graduating with an Outstanding Academic Achievement Award, Isabel David. Harry Davis. Sophia Mary Diamond. Isabel Donovan. James Andrew Doward. Carmela Drake. James Dyer. Harley Egan. Thomas Elliott. Dia Farouk. Alexander Gailey. Emma Gard. Kai Ghazi Timms. George Gollop. Archibald Joseph Gordon Smith. Alexander Carsten Golden. Pablo Gupta Kanai. William John Hayes. Isabella Maisie Hargreaves. Ella Higgins. Peter Andrew Horton. Jack Edward Samuel Hughes. Miles Hughes. Theo Hunt. Esme James. Daniel Jameson. Shona Keo. Hermione Kent. Finlay Peter Kesteven. Charlotte Lambert. Regan Langham. Joseph Peter Leonard. Cleo Lubin. Erin Lynch. Jonah Manning. Amelia Maria Martinelli. Connell McKinney. Connor Sean McLaren. Sebastian Macmillan Damia. Dylan Morgan. Poppy Morris. Sylvester Alexander Molji. Zoe Miriam Neiman. Alvaro Noves Frey. Ben Nyman. Paul O'Driscoll. Eve Terry O'Neill. Kia Page Masterman. Owen Price. Joseph Pritchett. Eva Larissa Jasveer Riley. Dinaj Sadak. Tom Salter. Anya Pipita Saltmarsh. Joseph Scullion. Dominic Sims. Delilah Sturgis. Mateo Todonio. Jennifer Thompson Chatburn. Imogen Jane O'Grady Townsend. Jessica Julie Milton Tubb. Paget Isabel Walker. Lily Wallen. Eleanor Warner. Avin Liam Curran Welbing. Isaac Wild. Holly Winskill. Henry Woodhouse. And in politics and modern history with professional experience with honors, Theodore North Konka. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Modern Language and Business Management, Spanish, with honors, Flora Ditchman. And for the degree of Master of Arts, Arts Management, Policy and Practice, Holly Roberts. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, History of Art with honors, Ella Rose Wilson. And for the degree of Master of Arts, Art Gallery and Museum Studies, Eve Nicholson.
My daughter said to me, "Dad, you say you're a humble man, but you wear a gold cloak, you sit on a big throne in the middle of the stage." And I had to explain to her, it's all about the symbolism. And this is all about the symbolism. When you were sat there at the beginning of the ceremony, you were all graduands. You then come up the stage, we doff hats. You're never going to doff with anybody ever and again. And then you leave, and you were a graduate of the university. That's the symbolism there. You are now one of the very lucky few who have received a university education, for there are many people across the world, and even closer to home, who aren't afforded this transformational opportunity. You carry the hopes and wishes of all of your fellow citizens, both here in the UK and worldwide. Success does not come from spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. And if you don't define yourself, let me promise you, somebody else will do it for you. When I told my son that racists hate me for no reason, he said, "Dad, give them a reason." You know that you will be treated unfairly at times, but that will teach you the value of justice. You will suffer betrayal, but that will teach you the importance of loyalty. You will at times feel lonely, but that will teach you not to take those around you for granted. You will never stop learning. Now is a time not just to reflect on what you have achieved, but also those who helped you achieve it. Let's start with those in this place, who have taught you, guided you, examined you, and passed you. Then the people who clean up after you, those who support the great learning in this place, and those who work invisibly to ensure that you could focus entirely on your studies. They don't do it for the money. They do it because they believe in you. They believe that you will be the greatest generation this world has ever produced. Please join me in thanking the incredible staff of the University of Manchester. Then, there are those who've given so much of themselves to get you to this point. Your parents, your families, your friends, your supporters, many of whom we are honored to be able to join us today, and the many, many more who are unable to do so to share this very special occasion with you. The only way that I can get my children to come to me is by turning off the house Wi-Fi. The last time I did that, one of them started talking and I didn't recognize who he was. You won't know this, but they, in their wallets and purses, have pictures of you where their money used to be. Perhaps you don't recognize it just yet, but you would be nothing without those who surround you every day. They have stood by you through thick and thin and have made you the unique person that you have become. Graduates, would you please stand? Please turn to your supporters, to your family, to your friends. Show them your appreciation with as much noise as you possibly can. Remain standing. I don't know about you, but that was pretty dire, wasn't it? Now let's show them what experience brings. Guests, if you're able, would you please stand? Would you please join me in congratulating your graduates with as much noise as you can? Please remain. Now that's how you do it, by the way. That's how you do it. Would you please remain standing while I'll leave you with these final words. Some days you will be the statue, on other days you will be the pigeon. Stand up for what is right, fight only for moral reasons, sacrifice and care for your families and your neighbors, look after those weaker than you, especially those seeking refuge from suffering, build great things, make massive technological advances, explore the universe, cure diseases, enrich our culture, be the world's greatest artists and scientists, reach for the stars, aspire to intelligence, but never ever belittle it. Look for the truth, and I promise you, you will find the truth. The only ceiling to that which you can achieve is the one that you've created in your own heads. Remember this place, this time, these people. Go change the world. I wish you every success and happiness in your future as I declare your ceremony closed.